G'day guys, welcome to episode 107 of Ask Jack D. Thank you for joining us. Today I take a question from one of our diploma students. Really good question actually. He asked, how many hours a day do I work? I discuss how many hours a day I work, and I also talk about what we define to be work and how when we're truly engaged in our path, our life's work is simply an extension of who we are. Therefore, all of it just falls under the umbrella of living.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me. Line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man. Check my titles, mate, quickly.
G'day guys, welcome to episode 107 of Ask Jack D. Today we take a question from Devarity Games, who I understand is a diploma student of ours at the Entourage, so well done on enrolling in that, mate. And I hear that your Instagram following has blown up since starting with us, so well done on those successes and keep us posted with that progress. The question I'm taking today from Devarity Games, with Bear's help, let's get him up. Come here, mate. Come on. If you want to play, then you've got to be part of the episode. Is, how much time do you spend working a day now that you're on top of your business? Really good question, Devarity Games. Okay, how much time do I spend working? It's really hard to tell, and the reason is this. I believe that when you're truly aligned, like when who you are is truly aligned with what you do. So let me explain that. I think we do our best work when we are completely congruent with what we're doing. So I look at it as alignment between heart, who we are, head, what we're intellectually wired to do really, really well and what we're good at, and our hand, the actual work that we do on a daily basis. So when our heart aligns with our head, aligns with our hand, we do our life's best work, provided there's not a dog in the picture biting our hand as we do our life's best work. And here's the thing, when you're truly aligned in what you do, and you feel like what you are working on aligns with the purpose you hold for yourself and your life, the need for work-life balance disappears because you've now achieved work-life harmony. When you are a pioneer walking a path that is truly unique to you, work is no longer work. It is simply an extension of who you are. That doesn't mean that we are working 24 hours a day. It's still really important to take time for you personally. But somebody who's truly engaged in what they're doing will find it hard to delineate, well, when am I doing stuff for me personally? When am I doing stuff for my work? Because they just become one in the same. Like I train at the gym and I run and I meditate and I sleep well and I do a whole bunch of stuff. I eat well and I spend time with friends, time with loved ones, invest a lot in people around me in relationships. I do all of that because it fills me up and it reinvigorates me and it reconnects me with others and with myself. And that makes me a better entrepreneur, right? So it's really hard to distinguish between work and life when your work is just an extension of who you are. Mark Zuckerberg said something, and I've queued it up here. Someone asked him a similar question to this about a year ago on Facebook, and I took a screen cap of it at the time and put it up on Instagram. When was it? 32 weeks ago. A guy called Dan Higgins asked Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook, how many hours do you work a day? Now Zuck's replies, and it's just a beautiful reply that I think summarizes how any person who's truly engaged in their work and in their life looks at this sort of stuff. Zuck says, and bring it up on the screen, that depends on what you count as work. I spend most of my time thinking about how to connect the world and serve our community better. But a lot of that time isn't in our office or meeting with people or doing what you call real work. I take a lot of time just to read and think about things by myself. If you count the time I'm in the office, it's probably no more than 50 to 60 hours a week. But if you count all the time I'm focused on our mission, that's basically my whole life. So, and that rings really true for me, right? Like if I'm up until midnight tonight reading different books and digesting different concepts and principles, I'm doing so for the betterment of our community. I'm doing so that we can deliver better education. I'm doing so that we can even further change and enhance the lives of our members and our students. So it's almost like everything I do comes back to living a mission-based life. And that's how I choose to live my life. There's a lot of people who choose differently, right? And here's the thing, life's work doesn't need to be starting a business. In fact, for 99% of people, it isn't. right? Your life's work might be to be a great father. Your life's work might be to start a not-for-profit organization. Your life's work might be to meditate and achieve a certain level of spiritual alignment, or to spend more time with your kids, or to have a great family. All of that I would consider to be your life's work. It's kind of like, what is the purpose of your life? Therefore, what is the path and the mission in which you are on? And if that is truly a reflection of who you are, then you will never work another day in your life.
'Cause I'm lining